Oh wait, it's
I
not
really don't
digital
think
art. I have to set up the camera today, but they can hear us.
Yeah, what? Okay, good.
Time to set up a video camera.
Let me panic and see what's going to show up in the photo. Probably nothing important.
Yeah, I know the illegal drugs and AK-47s is, and what's other like illegal stuff?
Komodo dragons.
Yeah, hide all the Komodo dragons. Those are definitely illegal.
I'll put that in the cage.
Komodo dragons are frowned upon in this state.
Yes. I've been told to get rid of that, and I'm not going to.
What? Someone told you to get rid of your Komodo dragon?
The government.
The government.
The Komodo dragon island wants it back.
They're just lovable and delightful if you get to know them properly. All we are saying is give Komodo dragons a chance.
There was actually a kid in my parents' neighborhood, like my brother's age.
Yeah.
And he was telling people he owned a Komodo dragon.
A kimono dragon? Is that like the Japanese version?
Komodo. Oh, give me a break. I don't want to say this. I read about them, I don't pronounce them.
I'm also not hearing you in the call.
I'm muted.
Oh, you're mute, so you don't cause an echo. Okay, I just was wondering if you thought that this was like a conversation other people could hear.
Yes.
GarageBand book cover, get out of here. We are not promoting you today. We're drawing.
Yeah, what you guys are doing? You're not even no one's drawing. I guess talking about drugs and illegal activities.
I'm gonna start drawing as soon as I finish talking about illegal activities. I just have
That we are not doing. Not even in Minecraft.
I just have to get the camera all set up.
There are no bodies in the dungeon. Not today.
That's good.
No missing children down there either.
It'd be
I
cool
haven't
to have
emptied out mine yet.
It'd be cool to have a dungeon though and just use it for storage.
You could. It looks like it. We have one of those, sir.
I think it's just called the basement.
Just welcome to the dungeon. You go down there, there's like Christmas decorations chained to the wall.
I don't know what old basements were designed around typically. I'd probably storing wood, but I went down in one that had like brick I don't know what to call it, like little compartments. They looked like maybe a door was on them at one point, but it was just like they were empty and they were spooky, and we just thought like this would be a great place to just chain somebody up.
Yeah, well, that's probably why they were such fans of oubliettes and all that during the medieval ages, because they're like, you know what, this person is really cramping the royal style. Can we just like remove them for a while, like forever? Can we just put them in a hole?
Can you? I know what this is, of course, but can you explain for the chat what an oubliette is?
What an oubliette is? An oubliette.
Yeah, for the chat.
If you've ever delved into the darker side of history or watched The Labyrinth, an oubliette is a hole in a castle usually where they would just put you. It's kind of like, what if a dungeon didn't really need to have like bars or the ability to give you food necessarily? That's an oubliette. It's just a hole way down in the castle where they could like chuck you and be like, all right, dust off their hands. That person is no longer around.
That sounds like an extremely complicated way to spell the word hole. Oubliette.
Pretty much. I feel like they wanted it to sound more fancy than it was. They're like, we will have to make use of. It doesn't sound too fancy to say chuck him in a hole. What's the super noble? We're a monarchy. Everything we do is fancy and God approved. Oubliette. Yeah, there we go.
Sounds like a French word.
It actually sounds like it'd be like a brand of cologne or something.
That would be funny. What are you wearing, oubliette? What the?
It would be a really stinky cologne, kind of a musty, stinky death. It's the smell of death.
Unwashed.
Are you feeling down in the dumps? Are you in a rut that you just can't seem to get out of? Oubliette.
Hey, apparently they mentioned it in a KMFDM song.
Yeah, they have their new album has a song titled Oubliette out, so that's good.
Why do I even know how to spell this word? Because like somebody in chat just said that, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I was picturing in my head. So I must have heard of this before. Why is this in my head?
Someone in chat's like, oh yeah, I worked for a while as an oubliette contractor. I installed a lot of those, so I know what you're talking about.
All right, so what are you drawing today, Dave? What are we doing?
Sketch of the month. And since we got the Captain's Log animation done, we are getting caught up on fan art, sketch of the month. It was between this or shading Kit from Gameoverse, but I kind of think Kit from Gameoverse is going to go pretty fast, if I'm to guess. That's already drawn up. So I am drawing sketch of the month. And the idea for sketch of the month was, the characters that are having some tropical beach fun time and some new swimsuit designs. So I've got the characters blued in here, and I'll be penciling them and putting their cool swimsuit. You guys help pick out the swimsuit designs. But I also want the background to be really cool because that's my fetish. So I'm making the background neat too.
Background porn ahoy.
Yeah, I feel like that.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead, Gabe.
I was just gonna say, I'm not trying to game the votes here because I know you guys have like a voting system for characters, but I've been playing Spyro recently, the remake, and I was just thinking, there's a lot of mods for the game that center specifically around the Fawn Girl and Alora. Have you guys has that ever been in the running, or has like anyone ever requested that? Or
I think she has been in the running, but they haven't gone for her quite yet. It got really close, so
I think that she almost won 1 month, if I'm remembering right. Yeah.
He seems like she would be a popular furry character, but I don't know. Kit's probably a lot more popular than Alora would ever be.
Yeah.
Well, we do it every month, so I'm sure that'll pop up eventually.
Yeah, you guys are going to run out of characters. Or actually, unless you do them more than once. Does that ever happen?
We should.
Or what we'll
Not
do
really,
is,
no.
I think it's optional to do it more than once. The alternative is that we just draw every character that's ever existed in anything until the selections start getting like worse and worse and more boring, and less people are excited about it.
And then we do Gumby.
It's like this month, it's going to be the third boss from the Earthworm Jim video game. Are you guys excited for that? And so I'm like, yeah, it's going to be not safe for work variant. Oh, good. I mean, to be fair,
suppose you would like Earthworm Jim, given the art style.
I like the art style. Okay. What I really want.
You like it okay?
I really just want not safe for work Earthworm Jim. There's not
God.
enough of that out there.
The worm.
It's a
please.
worm, Dave.
I need me some worm porn.
I mean, with like 1 ounce of imagination, it's already a not safe for work character design. Doesn't take much.
You know,
Really?
Dave actually had the like hardcover graphic novel of Earthworm Jim when it came out, and somebody took it and didn't return it, and Dave just doesn't care.
Well, I
guess we're okay.
don't think it's fair to say they took it. I loaned it to somebody. Sometimes you loan stuff out, it doesn't find its way home. You know, it happens. But yeah, it was. I don't know what I was expecting. It was definitely a graphic novel that had Earthworm Jim in it. The art was really good, but I'm not having a hankering to read the story again. So I guess the content didn't really grip me as much as the art style. But it's a fun art style.
Yeah, it had a nice outer cover. Anyway, Dave, did you already pick your swimsuit references?
Yeah, I've got the references up on the side here, and thank you for helping me narrow down the options. And also thank you to you guys, chat, the community, for helping us out and getting us some good references. I know Liz was very specific. She's like, nothing that is from another video game or comic. It must be a photograph of a human.
Well, the reason is because Dave might put this in the lore book too, and we don't want it to look like we're like copying other artists' ideas.
Yeah, well, that's part of the reason I'm like, ooh, I don't have a lot of art of this tropical delta area, so maybe if I'm doing a really nice, appealing tropical background here, part of me is like, oh, should I include this in the lore book? That might be kind of fun. The only reason that I would really consider not including it, you know, if I'm doing this cool illustration of one of the settings, is because we've always said, oh, if something is in a book, it's canonical. And canonically, you know, this group of characters is not hanging out in any scenes in the timeline and doing this. This is just sort of like a fun little what if. So therefore, it's like, oh, if I put this in the book, are people going to get confused and be like, at what point did they do this? At what point were they in the Eridu Delta?
Is this canon?
Is this hard canon? Is it hard canon? And I'll be like, no, it's in a book, but it's not canonical, so now you have to wonder. probably not. Probably at most sane people listening to this will be like, is this really like an issue? Do you guys really have to think about this? It's like, no, not really. But that's, I guess that would be my hang up. My thinking cap moment, or like, am I properly like getting people's expectations here?
Phil 98 says they could be chilling in the Delta at a future volume. Yes, but then we'd have to show them going there and getting the bathing suits, and everyone would be like, well, where in the which page do they actually? No, we're not doing that. However, I will say I've seen. I need to go through and collect some of the artwork in folders that will be in the lore book. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a couple images, kind of like this one, where we're showing like an area as an example, and I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it would also be possible to like magically remove the characters and just have like holes in the water with the illustration in the lore book. I feel like that'd be a little weird though. You should probably either be in or out.
Well, you can decide later. I still need to go through the entire folder selection, and it's alphabetized, but it is huge, and to find all of the artwork that we might put in the lore book.
Yeah, especially all of the stray concept art. If it looks good and it's like, oh, that'd be cool to see it in print sometime, but it's not going to be in the graphic novels. It's like, well, if it has some bearing on lore, this is kind of it. It's a moment to shine.
Phil 98, you asked how many suggestions we have. Do you mean bathing suit or sketch of the month? I don't understand the question. Oh, with the bathing suits. I think we ended up with 5 or 6 per character. Oh, five or 6 per character, and then the one whip one was Borat, which we loved right away. That green, hideous thing that goes up, So we're doing that one for sure.
And I knew as soon as I saw the Borat like Speedo thing, I was like, oh, he's got to have his ears out, and that's where like the top straps go, because that's like perfect. And then he's like a little weird, like a slingshot of himself.
Corbin Cat is looking forward to CouchCon. He already knows what he wants.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've got to get the Patreon announcement out today to the associate producers and let them know, hey, we're taking your ideas. Here's how to submit them. Let us know what you want, because we're gonna do some art for the associate producers for CouchCon.
Yep. Okay. Oh, Willie Silver says his couch is all set. Oh, excellent. So is mine. Except I have to load a lot of things in the store and get some specials going and all that. What we are doing is there's going to be the big commission art auction. There's going to be I'm planning on 2 other already done original art auctions to run that weekend too, if I can get that one going. They're going to be not safe for work art. And then there's also going to be other original arts for sale. We're going to have colors added in the store to add on to a commission. We're going to be offering, if you're on the associate producer tier in Patreon, join there, and we will put out a post because everyone on that tier is going to get a single character line art commission. I have heard we are hoping to offer some Sharpie commissions in the store of Dreamkeeper characters. I think it's safe for work or not safe for work. I'm not sure. We will do announcements and we will see what we can get running. I would like a couple other little commission things in the store, but I don't know what Dave will have time for. We'll see. This is all like, it really comes down to what I can load in the store in time combined with Dave doing announcements.
Yeah, I've also got to get the Redline Clinic submissions ready so people can sort of submit ideas for that and get all of our stuff organized.
And I would like to do a chat and sketch where Dave draws some of the sketch of the month ideas that didn't make it.
It's been a while since we've done a chat and sketch. That'd be really fun.
Exactly. People can suggest things that we've already had before that didn't bring in. Because, I mean, there are so many good ideas. And people come up with new ideas that might do better, so old ones get forgotten. And it would be nice to highlight and give everyone kind of a turn.
Yeah, there's some older ideas that have like almost won a bunch of times, and it's like they're good ideas. I want to draw them, so a chat and sketch might be a good way to get a lot of that out of our system. All right, time to open up my swimsuit folder of references on the side. I think we were saying that we actually liked the weird little sleeve edition swimsuit for Lilith, because you don't see that very often.
It's different. Yeah, so, but you were talking about combining it with another one. Like,
in terms of color scheme, because the whole, like, the strawberry print isn't really doing it for me, so I think I'm going to draw the swimsuit shape, but then we can be open on colors or patterns later.
Yeah, she seems kind of frilly. Strawberries, honestly, that pattern looks a little too small to fit in here and figure out what it is. It looked like little red dots. Anyway,
yeah, we're allowed to use artistic license. We're allowed to adapt things for optimal cartoonification. We're not going to get the swimsuit police being like, that's not actually exactly how your reference was. You're going to swimsuit. You're going into the oubliette now. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Nobody's ever asked if CouchCon was a furniture convention, but people have asked us how to get to CouchCon.
Why you just click your heels together 3 times and smash that like and subscribe button.
It's actually kind of weird how the Emerald City is allowed to use emerald to build stuff, but nobody else in Wizard of Oz has emerald houses.
I mean, maybe they just don't want emerald houses. I don't know if Emerald City has like a monopoly on the material or anything.
More research is needed.
In principle, I just like building things with crystals and minerals and stuff. Even if it's not realistic, it looks cool.
I mean, we don't have to search between our couch cushions until we find a magic portal. That is your remote control. I actually saw a video today of it might have been AI, but a cockatoo using the remote to turn on music and then just like dancing in the living room. It's probably AI.
Using a remote, it's possibly, but they are kind of terrors. They are kind of intelligent terrors, so it's difficult to know. That's right in the middle zone of, did a cockatoo use a remote? Maybe.
If you ever think you want a cockatoo, just go to TikTok, do some research, and in 10 minutes you will probably change your mind and be like, I have TikTok, I'm pretty good, I can turn this bird off.
Or what you want to do is set your alarm sound to a cockatoo screaming at like 90 decibels, and then just put it to go off at like 5 in the morning.
They always look pleased with themselves too.
Also, rig something up to start aggressively pinching you, and then you'll be like, if I like this, if this is the life for me, time to get a cockatoo. It's like they're smart too, especially like we had a conure before that was really, really cute. But it is sort of like getting something as smart as a toddler, except it can fly and it has like pliers for a face.
And it's very loud. And when it learns something, like to say a word, it doesn't understand to stop doing that, and it doesn't do anything but that.
I don't know, like Cosmo was pretty good with learning his words and like deploying them for their intended purpose. Like if he wanted a snack, it was a sacrifice. And if he wanted to dispute his behavior and the ramifications, it would be Cosmo perfect.
Yeah, but he was little and growly when he did that, because that's what the conures are.
Yeah.
The cockatoos have no volume control.
Well, after we had a conure, I was like, you know what? One of these that I can like have handheld in one hand. That's probably I did not expect it to be such a literal handful. So something like this that's like 3 times the size and energy and aggression and weight. I don't need to fight with a flying dinosaur creature.
No, yeah, I love green Amazon parrots, but I knew a conure was going to be a good test for us before we got too serious. We wanted an African pied crow. I actually looked into getting one of those. But again, we just thought starting with a little parrot as a test would be kind of a good warm-up to see if we really needed that.
Well, just because crows especially, like the thing about them that's appealing is that they're smart, but they're also relatively formidable. I mean, look at their Look at their beaks. They could do some damage if they wanted to. And I think we were also worried about, like, what if a crow came around and it decided that it had a problem with Tally? Because at the time we had Tally as a pet, and we didn't want a crow
Well,
to...
I think Tally has a problem with everything else, really. I've seen her.
Yeah.
She was really suspicious about Cosmo.
Well, with Cosmo, it was pretty easy. Just called like, oh, airlock system. They can only one pet in one room at the same time. Close the doors. Problem solved. But I don't know. With a crow, I was just like, they're a little more with it, and I don't want to see what happens if a crow decides, oh, I don't like that other pet getting attention, because a crow might do something about it. And I don't know if that would turn out better for Tally or better for the crow, but it's like, whatever the result would be, I wouldn't want to clean it up.
Yep. Now, normally in America, you can't have an American crow, but there's the African pied crow. Those are black and white. They kind of look like penguins. They look like crows, but they have like a white vest on them. And whenever you see crows in movies and commercials that are trained and they're not AI or CG, they use the African pied crow for those videos. And they're good pets, kind of. Feel like crows.
Oh man, I gotta pull up my character references over here too. Since I don't draw Bast bareback that often, I have to make sure. I think he's got glove markings and a chest triangle.
Yeah, and the spikes down the back are different color than the stomach. Do you need me to help you pull up and track down the reference for his stomach?
Nah, I know where the references are. I'm pulling up the references right now.
Good job. Yeah, I mentioned that we're going to have some not safe for work original arts for sale that are going to be auctioned. Those are going to be the original line art turnarounds for all the characters. I'm separating the male turnarounds in the nude from the female turnarounds in the nude, and we're going to run 2 separate auctions to see if people want to buy them. I think it's like 10 pages of line art with prints of all the characters. So we'll see how that does. I'm planning on not running those auctions at the same time as the big commission auction. So if you don't get one thing, maybe you want to go for something else. Memo does not want you to draw Bast.
I have to. It's my job to draw Bast today.
Well,
They
he
voted.
just doesn't like Bast.
Memo is very particular about who he does and does not like.
Really?
Are we gonna?
Who else does he not like?
Do we allow people to have their own likes and preferences? Is that permitted?
Well,
I don't.
They've made lists before. He doesn't like Bobby.
That is allowed. I will permit some people to dislike Bobby. Sorry, Bobby.
Memo, make a tier list of your most hated Dreamkeepers characters.
That'd be fun.
You guys can all compare.
Just to answer E the Outsider, we are doing the commission auction, but we are also having 2 different auctions for some really big original arts. It's the line art with color prints that go with it. I think it's like 8 to 10 pages of the nude males, and then there's a separate auction of the nude females.
Oh yeah.
If I can get everything running. Okay, let's see. Master 88 hates Grun. Mammo says he doesn't dislike Bobby. He says he should have Cindy. He dislikes the current arc because... Oh, okay, wait a minute. Bobby can have a niece, or he can have Narp, and they can live happily ever after. Well, there we go. Maybe we need a comic about that, Mammo.
Bobby and Narp might be a good pairing.
Dr. Surreal used to not like Bast, but he ended up growing on him over time. Very nice, thank you. Maybe our storytelling is working. Phil98 dislikes Ravat and Tinsel. Well, that's on purpose. I like writing for Ravat and Tinsel, but we need to keep it to a limit. I don't think they want the Ravat spin-off series.
Well, it's fun to write for villains, but you also have to make sure that you don't just start deciding, okay, now my villain is the main character because they're fun to write for. It's like,
exactly.
Got to make sure that they're serving their proper role within the story.
Well, yeah, it would be ridiculous to do like a whole bunch of a backstory on Ravat, and all the pages are about Ravat, and then, oh no, Ravat's in danger, and then we're suddenly supposed to care.
Well, everything with storytelling, it kind of depends. It's sort of like the Jack Sparrow rules, like more like guidelines. All these writing things are not rules, but the guideline that I go to for flashbacks and stuff is, if it is necessary to understand something that is currently happening in the story, some plot, like if you don't show this flashback, readers will be confused. Or if this flashback is necessary to illuminate a current facet of like a protagonist that the reader does need to understand this about their character, then it's like a spice. You want to use as little as possible to liven up the dish. You slip it in there, but you don't want to like bury the plate under salt. You don't want to bury your food with a cayenne pepper. So a little bit of flashback goes a long way. You should understand very clearly what is the point of this. Why is this relevance is the key word. How is this relevant to the point of the story?
That's why we separate Prelude completely from graphic novels. If we just had sudden flashbacks in like volume 5, like Mace is I don't know what.
Oh yeah, the pacing could get disrupted. Obviously, if you tried to like read graphic novel and Prelude and like alternate every other page or something, it would demonstrate pretty fast how it's like, hey, even though this content is cool in its own right, it doesn't belong in the same experience because it steps on itself.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like bad writing. Faru says the more we hate the villains, the better you did writing them.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you. That we can like to hate.
I don't want to even pretend like I'm the most brilliant writer of all time, but I know, we try for certain things, and
we have fun.
Yeah, and we have fun. So if it works out, and if we're getting sort of like the effect that we want, the main thing is if it's interesting and captivating for people to read, and if they feel some resonance with the characters, then I feel like we're sort of achieving what we want to achieve with the writing, and that's really, I don't know, it's a nice feeling to have. But that said, I still like to look for like, well, how can we try to improve? How can things be better? The question that even back in the early books that we were always trying to ask ourselves is, with different scenes and characters and plot arcs and everything, who cares? Who gives a rip? Why should anybody care? It sounds like a mean question to ask yourself, but
well, no, it's the ultimate so what?
Yeah, exactly. You actually have to make yourself ask, so what? Like, why would anybody care to read this scene? Why would anybody care about what's going on here? And I don't know, if you actually try to have an answer to that question, it usually is beneficial to the reading experience, I think.
All right. Phil98 says I have not read something with such hateable villains. I guess that's good. I think if we had Ravat and Tinsel doing everything they do, and then all of our readers were like, "Yay, Ravat! Yay, Tinsel! You killed everyone." I think we'd be like, "Oh dear, what are we doing wrong here? What's going on with our audience?"
Yeah. Well, I
think the story would be over. They'd win.
Bad guys win. Story over. Thanks for coming out, everyone. The end.
Actually, Ravat was a sympathetic hero all along.
Yeah, and I'm not even necessarily against like stories that have a bad ending. No, I think that can be fine, but I just, in general, I feel like most people are not necessarily going to resonate or like be really excited or happy with like these dark, nihilistic, depressing stories with like ambivalent endings that just leaves you on a downer. Most people already understand like, yeah, life is hard and it sucks, and there's tragedy and senselessness and terrible things that happen.
There's a lot of injustice in the real world and a lot of frustration when you see it.
Yeah, there's tons of injustice and frustration and all that stuff. Most people are like, when it comes to their understanding of reality, they're like, yeah, I understand that. So when there's a story that goes out of its way to depict that and tell you about, did you know? It's like, yeah, we knew that. That was thanks for reminding us. I feel like sort of, and again, there can be a place for those types of stories. I don't want to say like, no one ever tell a story like that. But I think
it's Happy Tree Friends where they just like kill all the characters.
Oh, Happy Tree Friends? I think that's just humor. I don't think that's even trying to deliver like a nihilistic message or anything.
Well, no, but it's just like, hey, is this cute? Let's kill it.
Yeah, and then they do. But I prefer, generally speaking, I think that the purpose of stories is supposed to be, well, A, to be entertaining, of course, but B, after you do the job of like entertaining people and giving them like enriching, like fulfilling like stuff to occupy their interest and to give them a break from their reality just a little bit, I think it's also supposed to help people explore, given all these like challenges and problems and predicaments that a hero might have, how can they try to navigate that in a way where they might actually have a good ending? Because, if you can get a lot of stories that deliver accurate moral lessons that do accurately within the space of that story. It's almost like a game space where it's like, given this set of conditions at the opening, what would really happen? And you play a game and you're like, given the rules, what would really unfold if the players do exactly what they do? And the story is similar. You can have any rules you want at the start. That's why Act 1, you can introduce how the world works, you can introduce any insanity you want, but then those are the rules of the game. And it's like, okay, given that this is how the world works, and this is who the players are, what would really happen? And if you adhere to that, like, attempt to faithfully translate the narrative of what the characters would really do given their motives, how the world would really react given the tone that you've set and all the things like that, then you can actually arrive at things where I know it's not a one-to-one match with our reality, but you can sort of explore cause and effect and the results of different like ethical choices and things like that. And I don't know. I think that in addition to being entertaining, if you try your best to faithfully interrogate the world in that way, that you might actually provide some useful information for people too. Not that they're sitting down for a lecture, but it's just sort of implicit in the narrative.
Yeah, that's
I
a good
think
point. If I may, that in story, if you introduce the beginning of a story that all the characters fly and go through walls, we'll be like, okay, let's keep going with this. But if you wait until book 6 and then all of a sudden everybody flies and goes through walls, everyone's gonna be like, wait a minute, what are you doing? This doesn't seem right.
Yeah, there seems to be a problem with writing today, and you see it mostly with the Disney stuff. I find, I don't know, there's probably other examples, but like you'll I don't know, you'll catch a character do something like you just said, like something that's like a paradigm shift. Just all of a sudden they conveniently are able to do something in a specific moment that they've never demonstrated the ability to do before.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll never do that again. And it's very clear, like you can tell people pick up on this stuff, and you can tell when the writer is just like, well, I just need this to happen, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make it happen.
You can tell when people are asking their questions, it's like, why would this character do that? Why would suddenly it work out in this way? Why, if the only reasonable answer is because the script said so, then it's like, yeah.
Or I wrote myself into a corner and I don't know what to do.
I think also I've seen, this is not commentary I formulated, I've just seen it bouncing around on the internet, so you can't really credit me with this. But I've seen people say that a lot of contemporary movies too, the old formula of a story was a hero has to figure out how to navigate a difficult world and figure out how they have to change and improve so that they can successfully navigate a difficult world. And it's like, so that was sort of like the old format for the story and the hero's journey, and like that's what characters would go through. And that the new format in a lot of movies, I'm not going to name any names.
I'll do it.
All movies, but the new format is actually
Get 'em, Liz.
Actually, I'm perfect. I don't need to change at all, and the world actually needs to understand how awesome I am, and the world needs to apologize and shift itself around me, and I'm just gonna rock it out and be the main character of this whole movie, and then everyone will see and apologize to me. And also, I can do everything perfectly the first time.
Actually, that's I'm just quoting somebody on Twitter who was pointing this out about the He-Man movie that came out versus the new movie Hexed by Pixar Disney. That in the He-Man movie, the male character goes to a world where our planet, our world matters to them, and they need to save our planet and all this stuff, and we're very important. But whenever a female goes to another world, it's like, actually, this is a better world and really fascinating, and it shows how bad our world is. It's just a weird pattern that's people in movies and storytelling always do.
Yeah, and again, I don't want to.
I'm not sure I can think of an example of like a female isekai. I'm trying to think of like a single one.
I'm gonna say Owl House from Disney, and then again they've got that Hexed one coming out that people say are very similar, and that they kind of like fired or canceled the Owl House creator, and then decided to take her idea and do Hexed.
I haven't seen any of these things, so my opinion isn't anything aside from speculation, but I have seen the interesting commentary of like, okay, so they take Owl House, they get rid of that creator, they're like, oh, your thing is canceled, no more Owl House for you, get out. And then immediately they're like, "Hey guys, we just had a totally cool idea for a movie that's it's not Owl House, maybe all the same features, but it's something totally new and different. Here we go."
Well, apparently with Hext, it used to be a male character, and then they switched it. Now it's a female character. So, but apparently it's the character's name is still like Billy or something. You know, it's just like okay.
I mean, you can obviously it's
Okay.
fine to have female characters and female leads and things, and it can be done very well, but
No.
it can be done well, but just the
Nah.
way
No, Gabe says no.
Okay, well that settles that then.
I don't like girls. They have cooties.
Icky girls.
Gabe doesn't watch things with women in them. He should go back to the Frank Frazetta.
I
Conan
am.
the
Will have you
Barbarian
know,
era.
I am.
He fast
I am the
forward.
captain.
He fast forwards through all women when they're on the screen because they don't say things that are important.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my movies are chaptered out so that all the snippets, even if they're like 2 seconds long, we'll just skip past women talking because
That's a
I just like
Poor
women.
John.
I'm a gamer, you see. I hate women. I just hate them all. I can't stand them. My favorite game is Metroid, not because, even though it's got a female character in it, I just don't think about it. I have mods that will disable her voice so that I don't hear it, so I'm never reminded that I'm in fact playing as a female character in a video game, which is that's haram. You're not allowed to do that.
Gabe tries to mute his mom a lot.
I
when
believe
his
we're
mom
developing a
doesn't
game
bark
now
at Freddy.
from Vivid Interactive that's called a Girl Muter, where you just run around and there's all sorts of girl characters and word balloons that come towards you, but you have a mute button on your remote and you just have to mute everything so that you're in a cone of silence.
That sounds like an amazing one of those games you see on Steam that's like $5,
Yeah.
and it's something stupid like that. People will actually buy it.
Then if they
That
want
sounds
to
like
do
a great
Yeah,
idea
that
for
that would be great. It's like the Adam Sandler movie Click. He gets a magical remote, and then it's like a 10-year-old kid, and he has to like mute his mom to like clean the room and clean your room, son. It's like
Then-
mute.
Exactly. The meta for that is the sequel, or like a little download patch that you can get afterwards, is all of the negative reviews for the game now are the word balloons, and that's what you're muting as you go through.
Perfect. You have to fight the journalists.
Do journalists review games anymore, or do they just like
Well,
say
they
what they
just-
to say?
yeah, it
They
depends on how
play
much
the
fans-
first level and then they write their review. They don't have time for anything else.
I feel like I would be a good games journalist because I also don't play video games.
And you
But you know,
will
I
take
was-
money for your opinions and reviews.
Yeah, I'll just be like,
I was,
this game is difficult, and also they didn't pay the blackmail fee to Sweet Baby Inc., so it gets a D out of 10.
A D out of 10.
Yeah.
That's great. I've never heard that before. That would be a really good review system. D out of 10. Just mix the letters with the numbers.
Yeah.
That's good. Pencho, I'm not saying this right. Says the best game journos are the YouTubers that make reviews. Oh yeah, Dave was watching Red Letter Media again. They're really good.
They're my favorite video game reviewers, yeah.
So,
You can tell. You can tell. I don't even
looking-
watch Red Letter Media because I don't even know what they're reviewing half the time. Probably movies.
I would love for one of you to take a stab at pronouncing Pencho's second comment down in the chat.
I'll do it. Like Mandalore Gaming and Tzench, to name a few.
Well, it's obviously not
Tzench.
because
Please.
because you're getting laughed at, so I'm going to say Ench.
I don't think I knew how to pronounce it either. Apparently, it's a Warhammer reference, and I don't fuck with Warhammer. But the guy he's talking about is called on YouTube Seth Zintach.
Well-
I don't know where that pronunciation comes from, but that's
Yo,
how
that-
it's pronounced.
Parents naming him that.
Are we just going to kind of just say, you know what, fuck the alphabet, fuck phonetics, we're just going to throw some letters on the page and we'll say what we want to say, and if you don't memorize it,
Yeah.
too bad for you.
The less vowels, the better.
Yeah. Like everyone when it comes to making fantasy names and pronunciations. You can't just shotgun a bunch of Scrabble tiles out and then say whatever you want without even looking at it. There are like words and sounds associated with different symbols, and you have to somehow. No.
Oh, Davey, you have not seen the new generation of children with their unique names and being named after like famous brands and stuff.
What are they named
Cars.
after?
Yeah,
Like air fryers now? What the fuck is going on?
Ninja.
Naming them Porsche and Gucci and all that. You name your kids after stuff. And...
Oh man.
Are they naming
Can't do
kids
that
like
to your
Gucci
kid.
and Porsche?
I saw a video mocking it, so I believe it's true. Apparently somebody named him kid Tizinich.
Tizinich.
So okay. Tizinich.
Like, you just signed your kid up for just a lifetime of, well, or until he changes
Mockery?
his name. But, yeah.
No, you have no idea. My cousin named her kid with the initials PB and J.
I remember that.
No,
that was
you
really funny. It's, I don't want to say the name on stream, obviously, but it's a silly name with lots and lots of like consonants and vowels all in there. And then the abbreviation is PB and J, but they like, I don't know if they were like just trolling us or what, but they told us like, yeah, we racked our brains, we rejected so many names because we just want to make sure that it's impossible for other kids to ever make fun of our kid. We want to make sure that there's nothing where they could be like, you know, like, I don't know, like,
On the they were very concerned about making fun of their child on the playground.
yeah, it's like
They
we
named
were gonna name him
something
Pete, but then it's like, no, we
wacky.
can't name him Pete because Pete, stinky feet. That one's out. You know, stuff like this. So they're just racking their brains, and then they come up with like, I know, PB and J. You don't think kids can make fun of that? You rejected like all these other normal names.
Well, it's cool. How could they?
That's true.
Sure, you could
No.
make fun of it, but no one would want to.
People are asking if we think a character from Gaslight District would be a good voice for Grun. Dave tried to watch Gaslight District and he turned it off. He just couldn't handle
I got
whatever
through
was
like,
happening there.
how much of it did I get through? Like 5 or 10 minutes at least. But the pacing
Yeah,
was just
he wasn't.
too...
Yeah, he wasn't able to analyze any voice acting because this is not his style of stuff he watches.
There was a lot of stuff that was cool. Like they were obviously going for like super ugly stop motion kind of style, like Jack Skellington.
That was interesting.
So they
It was
weren't
very different.
Yeah, they weren't trying to be like, oh, these characters are so appealing and beautiful. So I don't want to say like, oh, it was ugly and that's why I didn't like it. It's like, well, it was trying to be ugly on purpose. But the thing that I just couldn't get into was they opened with like really, really intense action, which a lot of stuff does because, you know, they have the thing where it's like, oh, we need to get their attention right away. We can't possibly risk that they click away after 2 seconds. And so, but it was
You
action.
still get the
Yeah, it's action where you don't know what's happening, you don't know why it's happening, and crucially, you don't know like what character matters at all, because none of the characters matter to you yet. So if you open, just storytelling advice, if you open with like random action, you have to keep it relatively short and to the point, because if there's action happening and you don't care about anyone involved, the timer on that is going to run out pretty quick. And this one, the timer did not. The action went on long after the timer ran out, and there's just things happening and 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 things happening. And then like even the pacing and even like the dialogue scenes and later stuff, it was just like, and then this and then this and then it was just like keys aggressively jiggling in my face, and I was just like, you know what, this is visually very impressive. I can tell they spent tons and tons of money on this. Good for them, but oh my god, the pacing! This is not something I want to watch, so I noped out of it.
Were you just watching it, or were you trying to work to it?
I was trying to watch it. I wanted to give it a shot because like it's that thing where sometimes I'll watch stuff and it's like, you know what? Maybe I just don't like animation at all. Maybe do I hate animation? Is that what's going on? It's like sometimes I'll try to read a comic and it's like, oh, maybe I just hate comics actually. Is that it? Am I just old now and I don't like anything anymore? But then I watch something that's like good or read a comic that's like actually well put together and I'm like, oh no, I do like this stuff a ton. It's just my tolerance for things that are like poorly assembled is reducing, I think.
You've reached my point in life where sometimes the TV is better off. than dealing with some of this stuff.
Oh,
I'll
absolutely.
go read a book. I'll go outside and touch grass.
And I'm not telling
Anyway.
anybody out there like avoid Gaslight District because my personal taste in pacing, it might not be your personal taste in pacing. Maybe you'll enjoy it a lot. So, you know, I don't want to. What I want to do is when I'm like nitpicking or critiquing something, a lot of times I'll do it from a standpoint of like what do I personally enjoy and what can I learn as a creator and maybe take lessons forward. What I don't necessarily want to do is be like, hey guys, here's what I enjoy, and therefore anyone else that enjoys things differently from me, you got it wrong. Like,
You're a bad person if you don't agree with the chat.
yeah, if your taste in
Like if the
entertainment
person
has,
running the stream, yeah.
if your
Yeah.
taste in entertainment has slight variance than mine, you should be thrown in an oubliette. Like that's not really what I'm.
Block, block,
go.
block. If you don't agree with me,
That's
block,
the
block.
3 times that you said oubliette on the stream. Are you going for some kind of record or something?
I'm just firing blindly here, thinking like, hey, sometimes if there's humor and you do callbacks, it might have a little something.
He needs to watch Labyrinth again. He's really excited about the Goblin.
Maybe I do need to watch Labyrinth again.
Okay. Do we have any ideas of voices or accents that we imagine the characters in Dreamkeeper having? We have a whole folder and kind of a spreadsheet of different voice acting we've thought of or inspired by for characters, but I haven't looked at that in years. It's one of those things where Dave can usually just tell by listening to something if it's a yes or no or what to go off of.
Yeah, I know that.
He should- I'm sorry. I was just thinking. Somebody mentioned Grun's voice earlier, and
Yeah.
I have an idea of what he sounds like in my head.
I do too.
But did you guys see that clip in the Mandalore movie? No, not Mandalore. Mandalorian movie.
Nope.
Where that Jabba the Hutt character talks, and he does not sound. He doesn't sound like oh blah 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 or whatever. He is just a normal guy with like an American accent. He just sounds like a nerd. Yeah, look up that clip.
No,
I feel like
I will now. I showed Dave the Halloween costume of that thing, and he got really upset with me.
Well, I was like, it's
Halloween
Jabba the Hutt. Well,
costume
that's
of-
because I was like, oh, a Jabba the Hutt costume, and you were like, no, it's another the Hutt character, and I just went into my autism corner. I was like, no, no, there's only one Hutt.
Well, no, it was labeled. It was labeled something else. Oh, it's the son of Jabba. Excuse me, how could you not tell, Dave?
right. Yes.
When that comes to your door on Halloween and some child gets really upset with you, I'm not Jabba. I'm Rhoda. You're gonna be so embarrassed.
No, I'm not.
And you can tell them apart. Well, Rhoda is jacked. I think that's the difference because he's like he fights in like a gladiatorial arena.
No.
What's wrong? You don't buy that something that looks like Jabba the Hutt is fighting in an arena.
I mean,
Are we supposed to like this game?
aren't they like huge slugs? How could they dodge anything? They just sit there in the middle of the arena, and you could like throw rocks.
Anyone?
at it,
Yeah,
and-
you could kill that thing. Has anyone ever made the joke Jabba the slut?
Probably.
No, never happened. I don't think.
Liz, you might be the first.
Oh God, what do their females look like?
That's what I thought you were gonna say. It's like I thought you were gonna say this is a female hut. You know?
Well, are we assuming Jabba's gender? I don't think they ever clarified.
That is true.
It could be genderless.
He was not. Well, we say he though. He was next to
Yes, they. Zer.
Princess Leia in a gold bikini. So maybe it was just a bunch of women hanging out there. I don't know.
I think it's probable that the Hutts reproduce just asexually. They just subdivide like an amoeba.
Probably.
God, I hope so.
It
I
sounds
don't
like
have
a
to think
family. The Hutts. Can you imagine if they were neighbors? Oh, here come the Hutts. They're just on their driveway, just like slurping around.
I feel like
Slugs.
Spaceballs already cover the territory the best with Pizza the Hut, and it's like the rest of us, we're just like pygmies standing on the shoulders of giants if we make fun of the Hutts now.
Oh, nobody out Pizza's a Hut.
Yeah.
Nobody out Jabba's a Hut. So
I feel like in a few years, no one's gonna get that reference because I think Pizza Hut might slowly be going out of business.
no, there's one in my town, and
She's
I
in
love them.
denial. She thinks it's gonna be around forever.
They're trying to bring back the original restaurants, by the way, a little bit. The classics.
Yeah, there's one guy that's like, I will not go quietly into that good night, and so he's like recreating like family-friendly Pizza Huts with like the sit-down experience and the red glasses and everything.
Or with the stained glass lanterns and stuff like that.
Why? What did it turn into?
They've
What do
been
you mean, what
turning
did it
Pizza
turn-
Huts into like these little things where there's no tables, no chairs. You don't sit down in them and eat like at a restaurant. It's basically just like a to-go
It's
pickup
delivery.
hub.
Yeah. We have that in town. The sushi restaurant took over the Pizza Hut building, and now Pizza Hut is like a delivery pickup only.
I mean, I don't really want to eat pizza out, but I don't like eating out anyways because it's just expensive and unsatisfactory, and it feels
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a weirdo, so don't do
No.
what I do.
Don't come to my town. It's all fast food.
Yeah, I know you're
But
like,
there's
"Fast
just
something
food,
about-
it's
oh,
gonna,
they're-
it's gonna go out
they're
of business."
Wing Street.
But-
Their chicken wing street. I just can't resist that. I grew up with that. That was my Saturday. Was chicken wings at Pizza Hut.
I'm about to bring up Spyro again. I'm sorry. I'm
That's
sorry
okay.
to do this
That's
to you.
okay.
One of my fondest memories when I was a kid was going to Pizza Hut,
There you
and
go.
they were doing a PS1 promotion where you would get a demo disc, and they had
wow.
Spyro 2 on it. And that was the first time I played Spyro 2. It was on that demo disc, and I lost that disc.
Oh man,
Just go on eBay.
that's kind of
So it was
interesting. that
bittersweet.
Pizza Hut, because I have Pizza Hut stories. I remember the Pizza Hut. I think what was it called? Like the Pizza Hut Kids Club or something. I don't even remember the
There's a
name.
book it.
Book it,
Book
yeah.
it.
I don't remember that.
Where you could read books, then verify that you read the books and get points, and you could actually earn personal pan pizzas at Pizza Hut for reading. And I mean, as a kid, I loved to read. I like pizza, so that was just something that happened a lot. And I don't know why. I also, for some reason, very strongly associate that with like Land Before Time puppet toys.
Hold on. Okay, first of all, Mammal says, Gabe, I am editing a Spyro image right now.
Oh, cool.
Oh God!
Okay.
Please tell me it doesn't have anything to do with Subway.
What would it have to do with Subway?
Don't. Let's just move on to the next. We don't need to
Sounds
know
like
that.
Dave knows.
Oh,
Or maybe he's getting the subtle social cues.
I have not been online lately for this. I'm gonna have to go research what the hell.
Don't
Oh,
research what the hell.
um,
Don't you just think about chicken wings in the summer and sunshine and clouds in the sky. You'll be happier.
Okay, anyway. Okay, just use my imagination about what happened over there. Where were we? What were we
Talking
talking
about
about?
how
Oh, yeah.
Pizza Hut was a
You're good.
strange cultural hub in the 80s.
Yeah, they had the Land Before Time puppets,
Yeah.
the rubber things, and I kept on getting Spike. I had like 4 of the Spike dinosaurs to the point where I didn't think they made any other ones.
I'm sorry, that's terrible. Spike. No one likes
No,
Spike.
what was terrible was when you leave him in the bathtub for too long, he would get mold in him because he's a hollow puppet.
Oh, yeah, that's a risk too, I would imagine.
No, you're remembering Book It with the, I think I remember a holographic rainbow button, and you would put like little star stickers on it to show how many books you read.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, for you, Dave, and actually me, it was like, haha, idiots, I'll read for free. But you
Yeah,
can
exactly.
read.
It's like
You
I
can
was
give
going
me
to be
pizza.
reading anyways, but now we'll just get all your pizzas.
Checkmate.
Yeah.
My personal little pizzas. I still get the little pizzas for myself, but I get 2 of them.
Yeah, well, especially because if I'm not eating pizza anymore because of my goofy diet shit, it would be silly for you to be like, well, here's a gigantic Bigfoot-sized pizza.
No, I know. Although, honestly, we made Dave-approved pizza yesterday, which is all completely from scratch from home ingredients. That's
Yeah,
really
it's
good.
about
That's
to
going to be
be-
lunch after stream, is we're going to eat more leftover pizza.
Yeah, it's about to be lunch after stream.
Guys, that very important news.
Ooh,
Who?
what's-
Are you ready
what's
for
new?
this?
I'm locked in.
I have not lost that Pizza Hut disc.
Whoa!
Thank
is
God. Thank
Here,
God.
and it's there. I think there were 2 discs. There was one that was cracked, and then there was one that I guess was fine. So we must have really liked Pizza Hut because we got both.
Your
But
parents just knew. It's like, my God, my child needs Spyro. They don't want to pay for the whole game, but they'll get you the free disc and just go to Pizza Hut for the free disc.
That really burned me. You know, I don't
So-
remember how much it costed to rent game from the store, but like every weekend I would go out there and rent something, and it would probably cost like $10 or $15 to do that. And it's like, why don't you just tell what they should have done is just said, okay, look, I can rent this game for you this week, or you can wait 4 weeks and I can just buy it for you. That would have been awesome, but they didn't do that. So there's a whole bunch of games that I love that I don't own.
Yeah, it's the logic from parents where it's like, well, we'll just rent it instead of buy it. And then it's like, well, it's actually cheaper to buy the game than all the renting. But they're like, no, I would save $1. I'm sure I will.
They
Go on.
they probably think that. Sorry, I didn't mean to step over.
No, go ahead. I got a plan here.
I think the reasoning is it's just like, well, you know how kids are. They're they get interested in something for 5 minutes and then they immediately divert to ADHD and they just move on to something else. So they probably thought they'd pay $60 for one of these games and then I'd just like never touch it again. But I kept coming back to like Ape Escape, the Spyro games. Fuck, what were the other ones? That was probably, honestly, like every weekend it was probably one of those 3 games for a while.
I've never heard of Ape Escape. What's that like?
What the fuck? I'm about to blow your mind. What do you think Ape Escape is about?
I would imagine that someone has imprisoned a bunch of apes in like a science lab to experiment on them, and so the apes have gained they've gained intelligence from the laboratory experiments. They're like, now that we're smart, we've got to escape the lab. But so there's all sorts of obstacles and traps and like science, chemistry.
It would be better if you were the people trying to stop the apes escaping from the lab.
Well, maybe if it's a 2-player version,
I think both of you are sort of getting close. So it is a story about a. No, that's a different monkey game. This is Ape Escape, okay? Totally different ball game. So the story is that there's a professor that invented a helmet that makes you smart, and I don't think they explain this even in the story because like who fucking cares? But somehow a monkey that is in a circus gets a hold of the helmet, and he becomes super smart, and he gets pissed off because he's basically a captive at the circus.
Yeah.
So. He makes a whole bunch. He mass produces the helmet and he puts it on all the monkeys and the entire planet. And then they all get into the professor's time machine and they teleport across time and they change history so that monkeys are rulers. And the only person that can stop them is some 8-year-old kid with a time net that he uses to capture the monkeys and send them back to the present day, and thus fixing all of history.
That sounds badass.
Only 8-year-old
So you guys are
kids
close.
can save us.
Only 8-year-old kids.
Yeah, I will say, in our defense, we were kind of brainstorming right off the cuff, but I like how the actual idea takes these concepts and just sort of like ups the ante, and it's like, yeah, and time travel. There we go. Let's rock.
And time.
Yeah.
Well, I think how it usually starts for video games, anyways. It's like, okay, we want to do something cool. We want to catch monkeys, but sorry if you guys can hear that. We want to catch monkeys, and we want the environments to be really cool. What's an excuse for us to do it? Fuck it, time travel. It works. It works for video games. It works for movies. If things are not interesting enough, just like throw time travel or the multiverse in there. That's like the MSG that you can just sprinkle on any story and it becomes more interesting. I think it becomes less interesting personally, but yeah.
It's another one of those things where it's like use with caution. I feel like if it's something fun, something like Ape Escape sounds fun, then that's just like, yeah, now we can have a level in ancient Egypt. Awesome. Why not? I think it's a good use of time travel. Dinosaur level, whatever. But when it's something like, I would imagine that the Marvel Universe has probably done shit like this. I don't know. I haven't really seen much of it. But I would imagine that when you're watching
oh my lord,
Marvel Universe stuff and you're like, yeah, it's all these superheroes and there's sort of like a cohesive story and I'm kind of invested in like the plausibility and the solidity of this world and how they navigate it. When you throw time travel and multiverse stuff into a scenario like that, um, it's a very, very powerful solvent to the plot. So unless you know exactly what you're doing, it's just gonna dissolve shit and make everything feel squishy and unsatisfying.
Yeah,
But
it's like,
back to the. Go ahead.
well, if you want to move on to something else, last thing I'll
No.
say is, I think for most, well, at least for a programmer, if you want to like clamp things down, if you're talking about like making an if statement or something where it's like, if this number is above, I don't know, 10 billion or something like that, then this happens. If it's between 10 billion and 0, then this happens. If it's negative, blah, 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 then this happens. You want to like cover the entire range, because if you don't, then something that's not defined that will happen. And I feel like writers need to do that too. They need to like, they need to define things everywhere that they go, because otherwise it's just like, well, okay, so we have the multiverse, right? Well, that solves, I don't know, if somebody dies, we'll just pluck them out of the multiverse and now there's a second version of them. Cool.
Yep.
What are the limits on that? Can you just do that forever? Get like, you gotta like put some boundaries somewhere else. It's just stupid. It's just this stupid like writing crutch.
It reminds me of what they did in one of the Star Wars movies, one of the new ones, when I forget which movie it was. I don't like them anymore. But where it's like, oh, we're being cornered by Star Destroyers, so what are we gonna do? I know, the one woman that we've never seen do anything before, and she's totally new, she's gonna be the first person to think of the idea of, what if I just rammed it? What if I just rammed it with my ship, with light speed?
Yeah.
Boom! It destroys it completely. It's nuked. It's gone. Wow, that's like incredibly effective. And like obviously, whoever wrote that was just looking for like one sort of like, yes, slay queen type of scene. And it's like, okay, cool. But did you turn your brain on a little bit? Because now you have to realize, what would stop people just from putting an autopilot on like every single tiny little spaceship they have, and like going, like X-Wings can go light speed. So okay, so any ship potentially you could just make light speed torpedoes that are totally indefensible. So you have just introduced an element in the universe that was not established before, but now you've established it, where basically there's no longer any viable purpose for a large battle spaceship destroyer, which was previously a staple of how this universe worked. So you just threw the whole thing into incoherence. Why would anyone ever use these ships? If the bad guys are using these ships, why would anyone ever not destroy them with the easily available method to destroy them? It just wrecks it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good
All
example.
right. Mammal made something. Gabe's gonna love it. It's the Dreamkeeper cast characters, and they're in the Spyro world.
Oh, let me check.
You could look at this. There is no Spyro, but this is the game style.
Oh, cool. I gotta pull this up on stream so people can see. Thank you, Mama. That's awesome.
That's
Yeah, I'll
beautiful. I did
pull it
not
up in a
know you could
second.
do that. That's really cool because that's something we could not do easily here. It's really neat. Like, I would never know that was AI. That looks like somebody modeled and made a video game of everything.
That is neat. I love it when AI can simulate different styles of
Video game styles.
like
yeah.
video games or stop motion. Or it's really neat seeing it pull that stuff off. Even Harmony and Vanther in there. This is awesome. Good work, Mamo. Honestly, seeing this type of stuff makes
Okay,
me, like,
time to
wanna
inspect his work.
Seeing this type of stuff makes me want to play a Dreamkeeper's video game. We will get there.
If only we had one.
Well, Skirmish is in the pipeline. Skirmish is coming, and if that goes well enough, it might unlock the door to some more cool stuff. So, Mammoth.
Yeah, just gotta finish it.
This is really cool.
That's that's really weird. It like there must be like a Spyro Laura or something that you use for this, because like the whatever that character is on the bottom right has kind of like the head sculpt that they used in the games, and even like the feet and stuff. Is there a Spyro Laura? I need to find this.
There probably is.
I knew you'd do that.
Like, I don't know why there wouldn't be. But
Exactly.
But just continuing to spurg
I don't know.
out
He's kind of irrelevant these days.
continuing to spurg out about story stuff. I could see where, if there's something where, oh, you can just resurrect dead characters using the multiverse. Ta-da! that would quickly become something kind of like in Dragon Ball Z, where it's like, okay, well then, death no longer matters. It is no longer meaningful because literally it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, they're dead. Just go get another copy. Oh, they're dead. Just grab the Dragon Balls. Problem solved. So as soon as death is no longer meaningful, then you can't expect viewers and readers to care about if someone dies or not, because I know there's examples, like some readers and viewers are not the brightest, but most of them, they're not dumb. So they understand, okay, death no longer matters. No one's going to stay dead. Got it. So that is now something that I don't need to care about or worry about. What's next? Why do I care about what's happening in the plot now? And a lot of writers that, default to the magical multiverse thing to just bring a character back because they want to. A lot of those writers don't actually understand exactly the ramifications of using that plot device, so they don't understand that death is no longer meaningful. And then they'll go on and try to continue writing story where they expect people to care if a character dies, and it's like, that just doesn't work. All you did is like just degrade the entertainment value of your story. Because, again, one of the key things about a story that will make people interested in it is if they understand the things that are happening are meaningful, if there is a meaning to it. That's kind of like one of the things that people gravitate to stories for, is because they want to impose some meaning on an existence where it's very difficult to do that sometimes. So as soon as a story is just like, yeah, all these things happening, they have no meaning, there's no point, none of this matters, then people, that creates boredom, and that is why a lot of these stories just fall apart. It's because they don't understand what the core purpose of a story is.
Of course, as you write more and more books like we do, you get better and more observant about this kind of thing, and our writing improves over time.
We try to improve as we go. But I just think especially a lot of people hired by, like, apparently Disney or whatever, they just never stop to think, do I know what I'm doing? I think they're just like, well, I'm writing for Marvel, so I must know what I'm doing or I wouldn't be here. I've gotten into a position, therefore I'm assuming that I'm competent to be in this position. And then
I've seen some directors like that.
And then away they go.
Like, oh, you worked in the storyboarding department at Disney, you can direct. Like, can you? Should you? Did you?
Classic Jurassic Park question. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Actually, the actor Sam Neill in Jurassic Park passed away.
Yeah, I saw that. It's too bad.
Which one's Sam Neill?
Alan Grant.
Grant? Yeah. The star.
Damn.
I know. He was
I guess he
79,
was on the older side when he started in that movie. And it's been 30 fucking years since then? Yeah, that makes sense.
I think he was he 80 or almost 80?
No, he was 79.
79, so he was almost 80. Yeah, it's getting up there.
Yeah. It's a little early, I would say.
Fan art idea coming soon. He also starred in Event Horizon.
Oh yeah, he's been in a lot of good stuff. Just recently I saw
so
on
iconic.
Amazon he was in The Mouth of Madness.
Yeah, that's one that I wanted to watch. I think I tried to watch it and I ended up falling asleep the night that we were gonna watch it. But yeah, that people say that one's good, and I'm ashamed to say that I don't think that I know of any other movies that he's been in. He's probably like a great actor.
Yeah, I'm sure he's in way more stuff than we're aware of, but I don't know. Good job, Alan Grant. We're gonna miss you.
I'm sure even if the movie is terrible, he did a good job in the movies. He just looks like he's one of those where he can do no wrong for me. So,
Well,
nope,
there
we're
are
good ones.
actors.
I'm happy.
There are actors like that. There are actors where even if you hand them the most dogshit script in the world, like just the way they bring it to life, they will somehow magic it into being entertaining just because of the life and the character that they put into it. I don't think there's many of them, but there are actors out there that can take any role in any movie and turn it into like, oh well, when this character's on screen, that's at least like engaging.
Fear was mentioning Tim Curry, and I completely agree.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly think Christopher Walken might be another one of those where it's like, Christopher Walken's in this. I need to see what the hell is happening.
Gary Oldman.
Also Vincent
Yeah,
Price.
Gary Oldman is good. Anthony
not
Hopkins
quite.
for me.
Yeah, he's a good one too. I want to like put in an honorary Clancy Brown, because even though I don't actually think he's an amazing actor. He is a pretty good voice actor, but he will just show up and stuff. And it's always just really fun when he shows up, because no matter what, he never phones it in. He always, even if it's goofy, he always does his best.
Well, I think sometimes that's key to goofy, campy things working really well, is if the characters in them seem like the characters in them are taking them seriously, and like it's really happening to them, you know? Like, obviously, it could be the silliest things, but if the characters are reacting as though like that's something they really have to deal with, then it makes it come to life more. And otherwise, if all the people involved are just like, oh man, boo, it's sure is goofy. Oh, like if they're mugging too much, then it's like, okay, well, it can still be goofy and funny, but it doesn't quite have that extra element of like watching it really, quote unquote, happen to someone. You know what I mean?
Just to go back to something we were talking about earlier. Gabe, you mentioned parents and their ridiculous, like, trying to save money by doing stuff for their kids.
Parents will never get it.
Yeah. I'm not sure I ever told you about the time my dad spent, I think it was like $20 on Jell-O to get a $3 off coupon for Jurassic Park at the VHS.
Hell yeah.
How much on Jell-O?
It's like $20 in Jell-O cups. And then I had to eat it.
Sound like you had to eat it. Then
I had to eat it.
You just keep it in their fridge. Why did you? What, like right away?
He told me I had to. And he came home with all this and like told it to my mom like it was the greatest deal ever, and she got mad.
Well, you like Jurassic Park, don't you?
We
Eat
don't,
it up.
we don't eat or like Jell-O in the house. So.
I
don't know.
It's good. Sounds like you had a lot of it, so you got a chance to try it out.
Do you have when you watch Jurassic Park now, do you have like Jell-O flashbacks? Like no more Jell-O.
No, it's just we might make like the box Jell-O where you make it in the tray and everything. We would never spend money on like the Jell-O cups because it's just stupid and a waste of money. But my dad did that.
I want to send that into the Jell-O company as a product review. Be like, dear Jell-O company, your Jell-O cups are stupid and a waste of money. Love, David.
Also, I can't have them anymore. Stop it.
You can't have. Oh, right, yeah.
Sugar and the nasty coloring in it too.
But you're right. I should preface the letter with, I will never be in the market for your Jell-O cups, but.
Here are all the required changes to please me.
Yeah.
I can make Jell-O for him, but I have to use I use different gelatins and like fruit juices that are healthy.
That's right. I'm not a huge Jell-O fan anyway. I'm more interested in replicating.
Eat Jell-O.
Eat Jell-O.
Yeah. Gabe says eat Jell-O, so they send us stuff. But not the $3 coupon for Jurassic Park.
You'll never be getting that again. It's all Jurassic World now.
Mm-hmm.
No, I refuse. I like how the toys look, but I don't need anything.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. I haven't delved into Jurassic World at all yet. I just remember Jurassic Park, good. I think I watched the second ones and the third ones when they came out, and they were not as...
I was excited for the second.
Yeah, they were not as good as the first one, obviously. That said, it's like, well, they had dinosaurs running around. It's not the worst thing ever, but I am fearful that Hollywood found a way to just make it obnoxious and stupid as they continued to go forward. So it's like, are they going to ruin dinosaurs the way they ruined Star Wars and sci-fi?
Well, they're trying.
Well, the dinosaurs are still cool. The movies are a lot less cool. I feel like if you made it like a video game where you play as the Jurassic World dinosaurs, it would be really fun.
Oh, that was.
But the movies are dog shit.
I remember going to a friend's house and playing with them on their Sega. There was a Jurassic Park video game where you played as the dinosaurs, and I was like, that is the coolest.
I did that.
I remember that.
The Velociraptor was great.
You had to start out as like a Compsognathus, though. You had to start out as like the little dinosaurs, and then you could work your way.
There was a PlayStation game, which I was going to ask Gabe if he put the PlayStation one, because when you got through that area with the compy, you got to go up to Velociraptor, and then you got to go up to T-Rex. It was really hard too.
Yeah, it was surprisingly.
I don't remember any Jurassic Park games at my rental store. Back then, like, I think people forget what it's like to have the internet now. Now, like if you want to know every single game that has ever been made, you can just look it up. But back then, the only time I ever heard of a video game was either if it showed up on a shelf somewhere, or if I saw a commercial for it. And I don't think that we had anything Jurassic Park, right? I think I would have been interested.
Yeah, well,
They
it
had
was
Sega
really
Genesis
cool playing as a
magazine
dinosaur.
too.
Definitely
that was the
more
best
cool than
part.
playing as a person. Like, what I'm gonna be a guy running around like, oh, I hope I don't get bit by a dinosaur.
I have a gun. Bap,
I wa-
bap, bap. I'm out of bullets.
I
Better
want to
jump.
be the dinosaur, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
There is Dino Crisis, which is kind of like if Konami made a Jurassic Park video game, which is kind of what that is. You get to play as dinosaurs. You got to run from the dinosaurs.
Gabe, have you ever been to a Dave and Buster's?
No.
Don't.
Why do you ask?
Well, first of all, you can go there and play that game, I'm sure. Second of all, it's a Chuck E. Cheese for adults.
Oh
and
my
they have
god,
beer.
really?
Yeah. And you can buy chicken wings and pay too much money, and then you can spend a fortune and win a rubber ball that you could just buy at a store.
Yeah, but if you
That does
won
sound
it,
pretty retarded.
then you've won it.
Oh man, it's better when you just win it.
I
All right,
remember.
I do,
says that Jurassic World movies are bad and don't bother.
Oh, they're bad. Okay.
They say this is the happiest Mace the outsider's seen so far. That's because he's gonna get punched for splashing Bass.
Oh, I don't know if he's gonna get punched, but Bass can probably contain himself to a degree here. Probably get pushed in the water. This is like splashing someone is the opening to horseplay, where you just like push people around and like throw them in the water. And
This is the last image of Mace seen alive because Bass is going to drown him.
like you can have water.
Oh my god, I
horseplay
thought that was like a spoiler I was hearing or something.
No, this is not canonical. Bast is not going to drown Mace.
That's
Although-
a sketch of the month idea of Bass drowning Mace.
Oh, it would be kind of funny if like his power is like fire, and then he kills people by drowning them.
Wasn't me. I didn't do it. Couldn't be me.
If I was going to kill them, obviously I would use fire, and I didn't. They were not burned at all, so ergo.
Mama, why are you talking on the YouTube account when you could just talk on the Picardo account?
I don't know. Why not? Let
Hey,
him talk wherever
why
he
are you?
wants.
He's
why are you
logged into
everywhere?
both.
Yeah, he's in both. And in YouTube, he's saying, how about everybody hold Bast underwater? So I don't know why he's over there instead of Picardo where he usually is.
He's
Oh,
talking.
he's a spy. Okay.
We're
Oh,
the
use
ones
your
that
name.
have- we're the ones that are having multiple streaming things open for places to talk. It's our fault if people
Here's-
want to talk there.
Here's some advice. If you're gonna try to be somebody else on the other stream, pick a name that isn't the same on both of them, because I'll think it's you.
I don't know, Mammo.
Try to be not Mammo.
Do whatever you want.
like
you have full authority
fully
to
not Mam-
use whatever usernames you like. I'm officially giving you a signed commission. You may be a privateer in YouTube. It's sanctioned by the crown.
At totally not
I'm-
Mammo.
I'm just gonna go and make YouTube accounts for all the people that I see on Picardo, and then impersonate all of them. You won't be able to tell which ones are me.
That sounds like the best hobby.
Dominique is saying he could boil the water if that happens. Yeah, he could actually just boil everybody alive here.
That's true, because technically his power is heat, not fire, so he could just turn this into a cool hot tub situation.
That sounds a lot less cool though.
Yeah.
My hot pocket is a little cold. Hey, Bass,
It's
help
like
a
the-
brother out.
I think that's like the scary opening to what was the movie? Actually, I think this was a movie that had I'm sorry, I forgot your real name, but you're always going to be Alan Grant in my mind. But there was a movie where Alan Grant, it was like
Sam
Alan
Neill.
Grant.
Okay.
I'm just going to call him Alan Grant. He's got to play some.
Okay, so every movie with Sam Neill in it, you're like, here comes Alan Grant, because you can't.
Every movie, I'm like, this is what Alan Grant does after he gets back from the park. Yes, actually.
Yes, every movie with
He loses
Sam
his
Neill is
mind.
now the sequel to Jurassic Park, and this is the other Jurassic Park.
Yeah, like the Alan Grant character, he has had such a life. He was a space explorer, and I'm thinking of the time where he is versus a volcano. And the opening scene is like, there's some couple that are like, oh, we're gonna skinny dip in this hot springs, ooh, and then the hot springs turns into like boiling, and they're like, oh, this really sucks. And that's the introduction to the geothermal activity, is making the area unstable.
You know, I'm not sure. you're aware of this, Dave, but some actors grow beards so people like you don't come up and ask them why they're not in Jurassic Park.
I'm
You know,
not
they
coming up
try
and
not to look like
asking
the
him.
character in the movie.
I'm
Well,
not.
apparently you just think he is the Jurassic Park guy everywhere he goes. So
Listen, I would not come up and talk to him if I saw him in person and call him Alan Grant, because at this point that would be really a good reason to be terrified. Because I'm like, what the fuck? He's dead. What the fuck is he doing here in my hometown? What the
well,
hell?
I didn't get a lot of information, but I don't think it was the dinosaur that got him. So you should be happy about that.
No, I would not be happy about that, because it's like, did he fake his own death? And if I'm the only one who recognizes him, am I a loose end? Like, what's gonna happen? So
You really thought of this.
yeah, I just have to think about where it's gonna go quickly.
Okay, so was your movie called Geothermal Activity?
No, it wasn't called Geothermal Activity. It was called like Mount Kaboom or some shit like that.
Okay, they want to know how far along you are on your screenplay.
On my screenplay. It's not my screenplay. I'm just remembering a movie that's already done. No, but I remember it. I liked it as a kid because they actually had the climax of the movie was when the volcano just explodes and there's a pyroclastic cloud, and they actually were faithfully describing in the movie, oh, this is bad news. We got to get out of here. It's a pyroclastic cloud. Because as a kid, I like learned about volcanoes and I was like, oh, it's not like you really have to worry about the lava. It's like, yeah, the lava will burn you and it's like hot and stuff. But the thing that's really dangerous about volcanoes when they explode, most people in chat probably know this because we all know about volcanoes. But for the ones that don't, lava, you can usually outwalk it. It's not too fast, typically. But a pyroclastic cloud is when the volcano just explodes, and you see, like, like when Mount St. Helens exploded, and you saw, like, oh, there's that big smoke cloud. That's not a smoke cloud. That is stone. It almost will feel solid when it hits you. There's so much debris and grain and stuff in there, and it's super heated, so you're essentially getting hit with a blast wave of solid material that is way, way hotter than boiling. So it'll just it'll flatten you. It's more damaging than like a bomb shockwave. So the pyroclastic cloud, they call it, is just a cloud of superheated solid mass that like blows through the area at like, I don't know, 100, 200 miles an hour, whatever speed it's going.
Willie says it's
Jesus.
the blast that kills, and he watched it erupt live, Mount St. Helens.
Oh, no kidding. Well, I'm
That's
glad you
crazy.
weren't in there because, yeah, it's probably the equivalent. The only thing that would be comparable to that, I would think, would be being in the blast range of a nuclear bomb, where it's like if you don't get into a basement or something under the ground, you're just toast. And there was even a volcano that exploded on some tropical island. I forget which one this was, but afterwards they're like, oh, well, we forgot to evacuate all the prisoners. It's okay, though. They were like so many floors underground and all these twisting hallways and concrete like barricades. I'm sure they're fine. Nope.
How could you forget?
Well, I don't know if they forgot or if they just didn't have time to go back for them. It was, I would imagine it was a chaotic situation as the mountain was literally exploding in the center of the island. But even like several floors underground and like around different twists of hallways and stuff, the pyroclastic cloud was still so forceful and damaging. It just like wiped out those prisoners like nobody's business. So
Willie
like,
Silver just watched the volcano out his window.
so being in a literal bunker still doesn't necessarily save you if there's a pyroclastic cloud that's coming your way.
Yep, here's your lesson, people. Don't do crimes, because if you end up being in jail, you could die from volcano and you have no choice.
Yeah, don't do a crime because what if you get killed by a volcano? That could that could happen then.
Or alternatively, you can commit crimes, just don't do it around volcanoes.
What if they just have a special volcano prison that they send everyone to? They're like, you have done a crime. We're sending you to
That would be fucking awesome.
volcano prison.
It's literally 3 seconds for me to imagine what a volcano prison would be like. It would be like
Not that cool.
in the crater, there's just like rooms all around the side. And at some point, like the volcano will erupt and it'll just kill everybody. It'll like flood all of the rooms.
What if it was one of those volcanoes where it looks like a skull, kind of like Dr. Evil has it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unanimous. Yes, it looks like a skull. I like they don't even really need bars because it's so difficult to scale the walls of the caldera that you just can't really get up there unless you're like trying to really, and so all they need is like they just need a handful of guards with rifles stationed on the rim. So they just come in for their shift every day. If anyone tries to climb the walls of the caldera, they get rifled off. So there's no escape. You can't get out of this volcano thing. And they lower food down. They have like a winch that just lowers food and like supplies down for the prisoners. It's total chaos down there. It's sort of rule of the strongest.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is it another oobly?
Oh my god, she did it! I was waiting for an opportunity to point that out, but
I can't believe I walked right
much.
into that one blind. I didn't even see it coming.
Team of the day here, you guys.
Dave just can't stop. Well, actually, that was sort of me bringing that up. So I guess now we're both thinking oubliettes.
Good job. I actually have a sign that goes down to my basement that says like there's like an arrow and it says like underground layer.
Yeah. Maybe we need to
But
upgrade
now we
that
need
to
another one
oubliette.
down there for the oubliette. I can't even spell that.
That's alright. Just listen to the KMFDM song. You don't have to spell it. But we would only save the volcano oubliette for like really like severe hardened criminals, like people that are committing tax evasion and stuff like that.
People who deserve to die.
Yeah, like people that want to keep their own income that they earn, like those types of people. We'll put them in the volcano.
Ten minutes before the stream ends. Yeah, what the hell are you
No,
talking about? Now?
it's a half an hour.
Unless we all fell
I guess
into
in
like a time
Ukrainian time, it's 10 minutes.
slip. Or maybe he's only got 10 minutes and then he's got to go do like secret agent stuff. I don't know.
Well, it might be a thing with Mammo's electricity that it's scheduled to go out. I don't know. Anyway, he wants a full pick to play with here if possible.
Yeah, let me
What's
see
already
if I
done?
can hold it up. I'm gonna lean the camera.
Get your
back
print
just a
screen button ready.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like.
Jesus Christ,
stand
hold it
loading.
still.
Ta-da!
Oh, he wants you to show it 10 minutes before the end of the stream. Well, we're gonna do it now. We're gonna do it when it's more complete.
Oh,
We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
just,
Liz,
we'll
if you
just
would,
wave it around like a crazy person.
if you would remind me if the 10-minute
try.
mark comes up, so that way I don't miss it.
Okay, I'll try.
Thank you.
I love your whip pose. I wasn't sure how you were gonna manage that one when we talked about it.
Well, yeah. As soon as someone put the Borat onesie thing in there, I was like, oh no, that's Whip, and he's got to have the ears spread out to the sides.
I did not think of that one, and that is perfect because I was really stuck on what to do for whip.
I didn't even think of it. As soon as I saw it, it was just like, oh no, that's the way it must be. There can be no other configuration. This is what Whip would wear, and that is how he would wear it.
Oh yeah, and then up on the ears so it's really visible and weird.
Exactly. All
I
these
think
years
everyone
later,
saw the Borat. I think everyone saw the Borat movie, but I don't think anybody purchased it to watch again. I don't think that's anyone's favorite movie.
You don't think it had a lot of rewatchability?
No, I don't. I like Bruno better. I thought that was funnier. Just the whole like character theme was funnier to me.
I did like the premise of Bruno a lot. The premise of Bruno being
Yeah.
like, there's gonna be some guy that has decided he needs to be famous, and so he's gonna do anything it takes to become famous. But the movie is like so over the top, crude, and disgusting in parts. I can see why like most people probably just memory
All
hold
of
it.
its different ways. It's like, well, my show has been canceled. I need to become famous now. This is so funny. Everybody, like, not everybody, but there are a lot of people on the internet who need to watch that movie and understand it's about them.
yeah, I was gonna say back in the day, this would have been considered a ridiculous personality to have, but now it's just called like YouTube.
Yeah, at this
Yeah.
point, I'm not even sure if it would age well because there's so many people that are doing exactly that. And generally speaking, you can enjoy their antics without being ambushed with any full frontal male nudity, because I know that was a lot of Bruno.
Well, man was saying I heard Borat was very fun in theater with drunk friends, but not alone. Yeah, I think the big part of Borat is you have to be in America and understand that this guy is pretending to be an offensive immigrant. I haven't
like,
seen.
I think it's funny
What?
elsewhere. I don't think it's like this movie's great if you're in America.
I mean, it's just everybody reacting to him over here. I have not seen The Dictator or The Brothers Grimsby or any of his other movies. I'd like to, though. Honestly, he has some range when you give him a mustache. So
Give a man a mustache, and you never know what's going to happen next.
Give
Hey,
a
if they
man a
wa-
mustache and he eats for a day.
Yeah. Makes a whole movie. Gabe, they wanted to know if you ever played Spyro 1, and I was like, yeah, probably.
Bro, you know who you fucking talking to here.
You are
Yeah,
Spyro 1.
I
You are
have
Spyro.
played.
I have literally been
I
Spyro.
am not Spyro. As much as I want to be him, I can't be. I'm not a dragon.
I want you to get the onesie so bad.
What, the Spyro one?
Me?
Yeah, Gabe, I want you to get the Spyro onesie and just wear that around.
The
Just
Spyro
say
onesie.
Spyro and Spyro onesie.
I don't think that that's canon. I don't think Insomniac ever depicted my Spyro as wearing a onesie.
The one, or it's like the pajama thing where it's like got the hood and the horns coming up and the little wings.
Oh, you want me to? Okay, I understand now. I don't. For some reason, I was thinking you're talking about like a bathing suit or something. I guess because you're.
No, maybe
Brownie
I got the
bathing
term
suit.
wrong. I'm sorry, but it's
No,
the
I think you're right.
the pajama thing.
I just remembered
That's-
a pajama thing from childhood. I don't know if they make these anymore. Do you guys remember? Is this a Mandela thing? They used to make pajama onesies for kids. They had like an unbuttonable trap door in the back, like in case
That's
you
real.
needed to take like a dump in the middle of the night, you wouldn't have to pull your pants down. I guess you just like deploy the trap door down.
I think that would have been a
Yeah,
little bit
that's-
before your time, Dave.
No, that's part of it, Dave. That's not pretend. I mean, I've seen it drawn on cartoons a lot.
I think that was in my time because we had hand-me-downs that were extensively preserved.
I'm surprised your mom didn't frame those. Honestly,
No,
maybe she did. They're in the garage.
No, if they might have survived if they're in the garage, but most things in the basement that were queued up for repair and sewing, they would have been gone.
Yeah.
Because of the fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, like, oh my god. Oh, so you have to like unbutton this little like window to your ass and then do your business without like making a mess. That sounds fucking awful. I'm not surprised that they got rid of those.
I know, especially like for a kid, like you're expecting a kid to navigate this. Like, all right, now you have a literal narrow window to operate in here. Don't mess it up, or your night's gonna be really ruined.
They were different back then. Back then, if you made a mess, you got the belt.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking, wouldn't it just be easier to like slip out of the onesie, do your business, then go back to bed, as opposed to like this meticulous docking operation where there's very little margin of error, or you have a catastrophic like problem.
Those
They
snaps,
didn't have the days back then either.
those child snaps were impossible too. Those things.
Yeah, it's like they were snaps that were so difficult to like taking them apart was not that big of a deal because you can grip the different parts of the fabric and pull, so you have like some surface area to work with. But when you're trying to put them together, and like you're a child, so your hand is like this big, it's like the size of like a kiwi or something, and you're trying so hard to push the snaps back together, but it's like they made them with fucking titanium or something, so you're trying to like sit on it to get it to go together. It just doesn't work. It's like impossible to reclose that shit.
I actually think that appeared in A Christmas Story with that pink bunny outfit.
Did the pink bunny outfit have the trapdoor configuration?
I didn't look, but I'm maybe not. I don't know. I just remember there have been cartoons with this outfit on. It
Yeah,
looks like
that's
it was
like-
designed by somebody's childless aunt for like, oh, this is cute. And it's like, there we go.
It's either someone's childless aunt being like, this is cute, or it's like some dude like, this is gonna be funny. Yeah, I don't know who designed the trapdoor situation, but that's not optimal peak pajama performance right there.
It's one of those things where I feel like the kids know this too, and the parents are just like, nah, it's fine. The kids are like, you suck.
Now I'm wondering, like, what if this became like a fashion? What if this became a style, and suddenly they just start putting it like on adult clothing? Like you see people in like full suits walking to Congress with like the trapdoor buttons in the back. Need to go get a custom suit made, and I'm gonna demand that I get the trapdoor in the back.
I feel like somebody would definitely prank, just like pull those down and run really fast.
Only if they wanted to face like the wrath of the professional man, because
Well, no, because you'd have to have the footies too, the stupid like footies on there, so you'd be slipping and sliding.
oh yeah, they did have footies half the time, didn't they?
Wait a minute, Mammo made a Springer Laura, and they're making merchandise already. What are we doing?
Springer Laura sounds cool.
A what, Laura?
Yeah, but no, are they making 3D models or something?
Jerry Springer?
What are they doing? What happened here? No, there's a gun called a Springer. What are we doing? Let me go see.
Oh,
That's very
cool.
specific.
That's really cool. Let me show that on screen.
Oh no, that's awesome. No, you know what? If that little child wants to run around with a gun, and we need to be pre-painted figurine with my gun like that, that's pretty cool.
Fern with a Sinter designed Mark III. That's cute. Now, legal speak, I will say, like, if people like do fan art, I'm like, yeah, they're doing fan art. It's fine. If people, I would also consider if someone like creates a plush for themselves or like 3D prints a thing for themselves. Maybe this would be subject to change potentially, but offhand, I'd be like, if someone makes a thing for themselves, I kind of personally put that in the category of fan art, where we would have to like be like, we gotta start thinking about like letters and shit. If somebody was like mass producing something and selling multiple copies of it to people, then we'd have to sort of contact them and see if we could work out a licensing arrangement so that everyone's taken care of and the rights are protected and stuff.
Yeah, or if they were just selling stuff, we may have to do a cease and desist and go further based on whatever.
Yeah. Well, again, I don't want anyone to take like my distracted stream ramblings as like legally binding, but just offhand, I would be inclined, if someone was mass producing and selling, stuff that's based off of our concepts and intellectual property, probably the first thing I would do is I would consider, can we just contact them and be like, oh, hey, this is like technically our intellectual property. It's really cool, but we need to work out some kind of a licensing arrangement with you so that, everyone can continue doing what they're doing. That would probably, in most cases, be what I would try to consider doing first.
I think we did that before with a figurine person.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, we might have done that with the Lilith figurine.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
On that note, Happy Guy 1 said they never thought they'd see Lilith wearing a two-piece swimsuit.
Have we drawn her in a bikini before?
Why is that?
I feel like we have.
I know she had a one-piece in the other swimsuit thing you did.
I don't know. I feel like I've drawn a lot of bikinis in my day, so I was assuming, like, I'm sure I've drawn Bast in a bikini. I'm sure I've drawn Nama in a bikini. Like, who hasn't had a bikini?
I've never seen Whip in a bikini.
Well, now you have. I would say this
Is it a bikini?
I mean, yeah, this counts.
I'm not telling him. He may not know.
I feel like Speedos count as bikinis for dudes. It's
No,
just that
they're
they don't
not.
need a top
They
to
are
it.
not. Then it's not a bikini. It's a Speedo. You just played yourself.
I've played myself.
Yeah, now
You know what
everyone's
it
going to
is?
know that you can't tell the difference. How embarrassing.
Yeah. Dave, have you been in a bikini?
This
Anyway,
guy thinks Speedos are male
no.
bikinis. He's an idiot.
No, the issue is you have drawn Lilith in underwear so many times it begins to look like a bikini.
Well, Emma, I still think I need to.
Provided that's a man bikini.
I think I have to die on this hill. Yeah, are Speedos not man bikinis, like the man equivalent of bikinis? I must defend my honor here.
I think it is, yeah. I can't think of a more apt comparison.
2 versus 1. David wins again. Unless like chat comes in for Liz. Unless chat comes in to save Liz in the clincher. David, argument winner yet again.
I just tell you they agree with me. I'll
What?
just tell you they agree with me. You won't check.
What? You
too busy
can't
drawing.
misrepresent the chat to me on stream. That's fraud. You can't do that to me. What the hell? Now I'm just going to be in a world where whatever I want the chat to say is what I think they're saying.
Okay, did BB also make a V figure? He did. I have that actually. It's she's crouching.
I think he did. Yeah, actually, that goes into the category where it's where like I guess things would be a little sticky. Where I think the reason we didn't approve the V figurine for manufacture was because we wanted to make a few tweaks on it for quality. Because we're like, oh, it's cool that you're doing stuff, but the leg was looking a little wonky, the tail was looking a little wonky.
It wasn't really. It's okay, but it's not really up to our standards when it comes to the model and quality. It's off by
Yeah.
a bit.
So that's the area that I guess I haven't fully worked out. Maybe we'll have to eventually, where it's like, oh, if someone's making mass producing merchandise, then what we would want to do is like, oh, well, we need it to be licensed, so you know we're not totally getting ripped off, but we're still allowing you the freedom to do stuff. But then the next consideration is quality control, where it's like, well, but what if the stuff they're doing is like just not quite what we would be wanting to sell to people or direct people towards because we feel like there's quality issues. At that point, like, I don't know. I don't know exactly how to square that because I like stuff getting made. I like our rights getting protected. I like people getting stuff, but I also like things being consistently high quality so customers have reliability and feeling good about what they're getting if we license it and promote it. So, hopefully, I mean, maybe we'll have to figure that out someday, but right now it's sort of like an area of the Venn diagram where I don't know if there's necessarily an easy solution to make everybody happy.
We need to do a case by case basis, really, and how it's done. We can't just say one thing and roll with it. All right, who did the Troika V 3D posing with their gun? That was somebody who actually modeled it for us. And they're not in modeling or contact with us anymore. We're actually interested in redoing that model.
Oh yeah, that was I think we had a contract with them, so that was nice and straightforward.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and Dave was just saying that there were some model parts on V that could have been a little more precise to his drawing. I think I still have the drawing that we went off of, but like there are some parts on her that, you know, we are going to redo that one. I know we are.
Probably eventually. I know we're about to get the Rihanna figurine manufactured for GarageBand, so that's going to be a great test of this this new supplier to see what can we really do.
I'm sorry. Willie Silver, we didn't say who it was. We just said it was a contractor we're not in contact with anymore.
Yeah.
I think their name was Morgo, but, you know, that's not helpful.
Yeah, I think that might have been their screen name, but of course, like, the real name would be in the contract somewhere, but I don't want to be bouncing around slinging, like, contractors' real names onto stream without their permission, because you never know if someone wants to retain some privacy.
That's true. Well, I have no idea where they are. I haven't talked to them in forever.
Yeah, it happens. People move on. Life takes you different directions.
Mm-hmm. Dominique says they really like that V model. Thank you. Honestly, I would like to see a new figurine. If we can get the Rihanna packaging perfected, that'd be great. And then do it on it's V posing with the gun behind her. Do you know that one, Dave? It's an old drawing, one of the first ones we did of her as a print.
Yeah, I know that one. I think what we could potentially do is, I know we're going to be testing sort of the new pipeline out with Rihanna, and the idea with that was we sort of wanted a way to make more color figurines, because the previous way was we would get them 3D printed out, but Liz had to like hand paint every single one, which she was amazing at doing, but obviously there's a pretty dramatic limit to
there's a limit to how many I can do.
Yeah, you're only one human. So we're trying to see
and how long
if we
it takes.
can actually get a place that will, because people demonstrated a pretty strong preference for the colored figurines. So we're trying to figure out, is there a way that we can actually get the figurines manufactured reliably in color, and then we could actually give people more figurines. Looking for reference to make sure I get Nama's patches right.
And then the other reason we're perfecting the Rihanna thing is we want to do a line of mini figurines.
Yeah,
the Dreamkeepers hopefully with Ascension, but man, like doing mini painting on a ton of figurines like that is a lot of work and very difficult, and there's a lot of tiny perfection to be done.
Well,
so if we can get them done elsewhere. That would be better.
Yeah, well, I know Warhammer doesn't even do the color characters. That's just like a hobby for people, as they paint it themselves. But it'd
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
it would
you
be,
figure it out, idiot.
yeah, pretty much. So there's like a whole secondary market that's emerged for that. But if we could, because I definitely want to try to get like minis included in the Ascension campaign. Because I'm sorry, roleplay games with like little miniature characters, that's just like extra fun.
It's the only reason I'll play. I need toys. Actually, I'm at that point with board games too. If there are no toys in my board game, why should I play?
Liz demands
Not
toys.
toys.
Well,
I mean,
toys
I
are
need
fun,
toys
so.
in my game, yeah. Otherwise, I have to bring my own toys, and I do. But I like having established toys with the game.
Yeah, but it'll be really nice if we can nail down a manufacturer where we can get the toys actually printed in color. Then people can just open it up and play, and they don't have to worry about like, oh, can I find someone? Can I hire a mini painter? Like, what will I do? You know.
What are your favorite board games? We really like House on the Hill because we've customized it and we have a lot of fun goofing off.
Yeah, House on
Normally
the
you
Hill is
need
great.
normally I think you need at least 3 or 4 players to play that game, but we've changed it a little bit so we can do a 2-player.
I guess my
And
personal
we've added characters so we get really goofy with it.
also just plain poker is really fun. Obviously, Skirmish is enjoyable. I still want to play some more Skirmish when we get a
We
chance.
used to play Heroes Quest with a friend, but Dave and Liz got a little too creative and
Yeah,
we
Heroes
weren't
Quest
allowed to
was-
play it anymore.
Heroes Quest was goofy. That was a good time. And I guess
Yeah,
my personal
we'll do it again.
and my personal favorite board game for just solo play is chess because it's free and
Solo play. That's like famously not a not a single player game.
Well, I guess what I mean is I'm not playing chess with Liz. I'm just playing like on the internet with random strangers.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know.
Oh,
It's fun.
Phil and Idea has not heard of House on the Hill. In House on the Hill, you explore and build a haunted house as you go, and it changes every game. It's with tiles, so you build this house, and then when the haunt appears and events trigger this haunt, then there's a mission, and you have to either kill somebody or stop them, or there's a goal in the house that you have built, and
Yeah.
sometimes you really screw yourself over earlier in the game. Depends.
Yeah, it's really fun though. Like the game will go forward, and then once the haunt triggers, it's like then one of the players, not every time, but sometimes, because every haunt is different. Most of the time, one of the players will be discovered to be a traitor, and then the traitor turns out, and they play like on the monster side against the players, and the players try to survive and beat the haunt.
And there are like 50 different haunts that you can trigger. So then when it triggers, you figure out which one it is, and the story is completely different.
Yeah, there's like
So
aliens and ghosts and
so many
werewolves and all
ways to
kinds of
play
stuff.
the game. It's just fun.
If anyone out there is seriously concerned, oh, I gotta check this out, then they said it was good. I would, for my taste, I would stick with the original game. The Widow's Walk expansion was shockingly bad and unplayable, and actually kind of broke the game quite a bit. So I would
Yeah, we
steer
don't like
clear
the
of that.
expansion.
We actually literally had to like take all of the Widow's Mansion expansion stuff and like remove it and just get rid of it, just because it was breaking the balance of like how many room tiles you needed to like, you know, it I don't want to get into it, but it's not optimal, we'll say that.
It was so bad we didn't want it in the house, so I resold it. It was like, ban this thing.
Yeah,
It was too upsetting.
but the original game, just perfect, good, fun board game. One of the things I like about it too is I really like the fact that as you play the game, that is also the same process as setting up the game board. Because
Oh yeah, you love that.
yeah, because I don't like it when some tabletop games it's like, okay, we're gonna play this tabletop game, it's gonna be really exciting. It's like, awesome, yeah, you sit down, you get all your pieces out, and then it's like, okay, well, first we have to set up the board for this scenario. So get a snack, get a drink. It's gonna be a while, and then like 30 minutes later, you're like looking at some
no.
blueprints and like arranging little things, and it's just like, how much?
It's like, okay, I played the game. No, you just set it up, and then it's like, damn.
Yeah, and it's like,
too
well,
tired to play the game. I've done that.
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't have all fucking day, so if it took me like 40 minutes to set the game up, it's like, well, that's about all the time we had to play. So I guess we're not playing that. You know? So
Willie Silver suggested Dreamkeeper's Monopoly, and it's like, you could just get Spider-Man Monopoly and cross the names out. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. 5 minutes to go. Mamo needs a full screen pic, sir.
Oh, full screen pick.
I was about to mention that.
Thank you
Mamo,
for the
I was
reminder.
thinking about you before you said that, just
Thank
so you know.
Thank you for the time check. Let me get OBS up here so I can actually see it. Is there really only 5 minutes to go, man?
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add part of the delta needs to be added. I have heard there's gonna be the palm trees coming in for Nama.
Yeah, I'm gonna basically. I haven't
side.
really done penciling on the background yet, but the pencils are probably gonna be lighter on that anyway, because the characters are supposed to be more of the emphasis.
All right, letting you know, Dave, I want to color this because I heard it's gonna be maybe in the lore book.
Maybe I still have to figure out like, do we want to put like, because it
I'll
shows
put it
off
in I'll put it in your folder.
Yeah, it shows
No.
off the setting nicely, but I'm not sure if we want to put like something into one of the books where it's like, this is not canonical, you know.
I'll let it go. Anyway, we'll put it in the folder, and you can make a decision when you're formatting the book if there's a spot for it or not.
Yeah, it might be based off of if we have any other illustrations that sort of cover the same territory as well.
Okay. However, we're not going to be streaming Friday because there's a scheduling issue with something else.
Oh yeah, so I guess our next, unless we do a makeup stream, next stream would be Monday, and stay tuned, and we will announce if there's going to be a makeup stream like later in the week or something.
I was wondering if you're going to do a makeup stream Thursday night. Does that work for you?
I don't even know, so I have to think, and we will, like I said, we'll announce in places, so that way you guys know if we're streaming like Thursday or not. Might be based off of if I have a good clear window of something to work on for that stream.
Eat the Outsider says we picked 3 of his for the bathing suit and 1 of Toya's for Bast. I didn't look. We just threw them all in a folder. I have actually. Can we run through the bathing suits and talk about what we're officially doing for colors and everything?
Like right now, I don't even know. I feel like partially it's going to be the thing where we actually like put the colors in Clip Studio and then play with it, so we can actually see how it looks with the character colors added.
Well, yeah, that's true. I've heard we are doing the Lilith sleeve one, but changing colors. Mace is getting some sort of blue speedo pattern. Bast, we liked the flame shorts, and then Nama, we like the shorts with top combo. I'm not sure what the color is going to be because we have to look at her pattern and get something good. It may not be the brown and blue that I originally saw in Discord.
Yeah. I do think the brown and blue looks good, and it might look really good on Nama. But again, once everything goes together, it's like a lot of times tweaking things and rebalancing things. Sometimes you can get like the perfect combo that way.
Yeah, we want the green boret for whip, so we know what we're doing. Okay, please announce the stream in advance. Hopefully, I'm hoping for Thursday. I don't know. Have you thought about any supplemental books to further the Ascension game? Yeah, we're talking about doing other roleplay stories after Ascension is finished, but
I think we gotta like we'll start off with the first campaign. So the plan for now is a core rule book and lore book. So that way you got the core rules and all this lore, and that way if you wanted to, you can make your own campaigns yourself based on all that. So a core lore and rule book, and then the campaign book for the Lost Sun campaign. So you actually have your first adventure all put together and laid out and ready for you to take. And then after that, probably it's going to be based off of like how much people enjoy it, and if there's like resources to continue making more campaigns, and we'll sort of play it by ear.
And if we have another really good idea that we want to bring to life.
Yeah. But I think this sketch of the month, we're almost done. I'd really just have the background to do on this now, so you guys got to see the character stuff at least. And I believe it is about time for us to eat some lunch.
Okay. Yep, they want to know how much the game rules will be expanded or added to in the future. I don't know. Those are still in development right now.
Yeah, it's still in development, so we will have to play that by ear also. Especially because once we get the first stuff, well, we had to do a lot of playtesting on the lore book and the rules before we publish it. And then after we publish it, if we get even more experiences from even more players, it's possible that we might tweak or refine the rules or I don't know, but like I said, I want to try to remain flexible so that we can make sure that the game provides the best possible experience for people to have like a little adventure
Okay.
in the dream world.
Dave, there is a thing from Mamo. It looks like a photo of something you drew, but all of the characters are now in sweaters and things.
Oh, I gotta check this out. Let's
And
check out
something
one
happened
last.
to Lilith's
Yeah.
sleeve. So apparently, Lilith crocheted things for everybody.
That was nice. Why is she wearing a shower cap though?
Oh, it's cute.
Well,
Well, so
because
that
they're
way
in the
her hair
water.
doesn't get wet. Yeah.
She's in the
Oh,
1800s
right, yeah.
and it's bathing suit time.
Oh man, no, that's awesome, man. Well, thanks.
And somebody took a bite out of the back of Mace, I guess. If you look under his armpit.
It's just the fabric is folding down a little bit. Gravity.
They're old Victorian era swimsuits. And
Oh yeah, no,
apparently
they are.
crochet.
You're right.
Are they really? Oof.
Yeah, they used to have those like poofy pantaloons and everything to go swimming.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's it's like it's tantalizing because it's like, ooh, what's going on under there? We don't know because it's all baggy.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's water. We don't have to see any ankles. It's gonna be all right. You don't see the ankles in this one.
You guys have anything final to shout out before we call this a stream?
I got nothing.
Oh, I will say, let's see. So we're not doing the Friday stream. We might reschedule for Thursday if we can fit it in. Next Monday, we are going to be working overtime to try to get CouchCon running. So there may be more announcements on commissions and scheduling for CouchCon.
Cool. All right. Well, I think this has been Monday. Thank you guys for chilling with us and listening to us goof off. And I hope you have a good rest of your week. Stream ends.
Also, the way you set up the camera, you can see more of the living room. My day couch.
Oh no, let's see the coconut milk box. We're doomed. All right. Stream ends in 5, 4, 3, 2.